Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast blending soul and science-based strategies to empower pandemic moms like you, raising kindergarten-ready kids. I'm Cara Tyrrell, your host, a lifetime lover of littles, girl mom, early childhood educator, and conscious parenting coach who truly believes that how we connect and collaborate with our kids in the first 5 years is how we raise world-ready kids who will change this world. Would you like to transform your triggers? Join me for a free workshop called exactly that, Transforming Your Triggers, 6 simple steps for hijacking reactions and crafting intentional responses. You will leave this 60-minute free workshop with actionable strategies and script starters to help you stop that knee-jerk reaction and truly engage with your child inside a challenging moment. Register with the link in the show notes, and I cannot wait to see you there. Welcome back, Conscious Mamas, to the podcast where together we are raising truly world-ready kids. Today's episode is kind of fun, and you're going to learn a little bit more about me. Our topic today is setting reasonable and achievable expectations for ourselves and for our kids. If you've explored any of my other things like my blog or taken any courses from me, you're going to know this is a running theme that I believe so strongly that we learn and grow inside safe, boundary-filled spaces. And so setting reasonable and achievable expectations is the key. So here's what happened. The first thing you need to know is I love football. I know, probably a bit of a surprise. I love football, specifically the Patriots. I'm a huge New England Patriots fan, born and raised in Vermont my whole life. And so Sunday during football season is very important to me. I prioritize it. The day of the game, the time of the game goes into my calendar, and I look forward to it all week. It's one of my self-care routines. So that's number one that you need to know. Number two is that I have, as you know, many families that I've nannied for in the past. And often they call me up and they say, oh my gosh, we just need a little fill-in help. Do you think you could take this kid for this day? And boy, is that my favorite thing to do, aside, of course, from being here with you and encouraging and engaging with you so that you feel confident and empowered to raise some amazing kids. I love going back and spending time with the kids who I had the privilege to be a huge part of their lives from their birth. So, promise, there's a connection here. So last night, I got a text from one of my favorite mamas who said, hey, I'm going here and doing something with the older kid on Sunday. Do you think you can hang out with the younger and have a special day? And I was like, yes. Oh my gosh, yes, that would be amazing. I would love to do that. Let's figure out the details. This morning, over coffee with my husband, as I was telling him that, I went, oh my gosh. I said yes. He's like, yeah, that's really not uncommon. You love hanging out with little people. Like, I know, but it's Sunday. I wasn't thinking straight last night. It was late. Sundays are football days. What am I going to do? And he looked at me with only the practical ability to make a really clear statement that he can and said, take him with you. And I laughed out loud, literally laughed out loud. Why? This amazing little boy is 3.5. That in and of itself should probably say that sitting through a football game is not going to be his thing. But then I shared with my husband who he is, this little boy. He is high energy. He is high volume. He is in constant motion. His physical body interacts with the world second by second by second by second. And so the idea, after I laughed out loud, of bringing him with me because I watch football with somebody else. My husband's not a big fan. So I have a football buddy. And the idea of bringing him with me was so enticing for a hot minute. In my head, I pictured this little boy sitting next to me, watching the TV sometimes, asking me questions about football. I pictured him even older than he is now saying, "Remember when I used to go to football games with you?" I pictured him being what I needed him to be so that I could enjoy the thing that I love to enjoy. Mama, I caught myself, because that is an unreasonable and completely unachievable expectation to put on this mover shaker, talker loudness, 3.5-year-old. I would be setting myself up for serious disappointment by thinking this would be my reality. I wouldn't be able to enjoy my football, and I wouldn't be able to enjoy him. And so I explained this to my husband, who kind of looked at me funny because my brain works so differently than he does. He just takes it at face value these days. Okay, yep, if you say so. But they both matter to me so much. They both matter to me so much. And I believe it with all my heart. This is a situation, maybe not with football, but this conceptual situation is something you're going to find yourself in as well. I really want to go to that party, right? My friend's having this party in the afternoon, and my college friends are all going to be there, and it's a gathering, and I'd really like to go. But I know that my toddler naps during that time, and if I push her too far, I'm not going to enjoy the party, and she is going to not enjoy her space either. Right? So being aware of the way that we're thinking about things helps us problem solve, so we can find actual problem-solving opportunities where all our needs get met. Sometimes we may just have to say, I sacrifice. I am choosing to make the sacrifice. I won't watch football this week. Instead, I will enjoy this little nugget. However, because I was able to sit inside my situation, I found a different solution. He doesn't have to enjoy football with me. He's 3.5. He still takes a nap. Hallelujah. We will enjoy the morning. We will move that body. We will get nice and ready for nap. And then I will go downstairs, turn on the television, and watch my football game. I won't get to watch it with my friend. So there's the sacrifice, but that's okay. It is acceptable. And in my new solution, I now have reasonable and achievable expectations for both of us. He gets to be his true, unique, loud, moving self all morning long. And then it is a reasonable expectation that I can say it's time to rest. It's time for nap. And then I get to be my football loving, cheering quietly, as it were, at the TV self while he does so. Everybody gets their needs met. And it's because I know who he is and I know who I am. And I was able to use that information to create a really good solution. So I'm excited about this Sunday now, and I can look forward to it with really cool anticipation because I know it's going to be awesome. I hope some of you are feeling really a whole new level of awakening around this. And I also hope some of you are thinking about things that happened this last week. And then as you move forward into this next week, you can apply this. You can have a new perspective. Be sure to reach out, leave a comment, come into our community, join the Community Plus membership at the Virtual Village, and we get to hang out together every week for half an hour for an open group Q&A and coaching session. I get to be your mirror, add some perspective to what you're going through. Thank you, Mama, for making time for yourself and prioritizing your parenting, listening to this podcast. Until the next episode, stay mindful and proactive as you transform the toddler years.